Hello and welcome back to Jikoronpa. In the previous episode, we got to the motor reveal and it's pretty wacky, you guys. Basically, there's a two-parter. The first part isn't too crazy, it's not too insane, not too reality bending. All it is that if you kill someone, you can take someone out with you if you successfully pass the trial. You won't leave by yourself, but you leave with another person, and so the cat will be able to escape successfully. But there's a second part which is kind of quite concerning, some would say. Fact is that the people running this game have somehow created an AI or hologram projection of some sort of all the dead people who have died. There's 7 people left and there's 7 dead people. Each participant who is still alive gets one of the holograms. Hikari got dice as we saw in the last episode, and his memories stayed until the point he died, and it was exactly when he died too. So for all intents and purposes, these are the real people with the same memories, and it is very realistic and very unnerving. But how it works is, if you kill someone and successfully get away with it, you can also bring your hologram back, which I actually think is the most interesting part of the motive, and I actually really like it. The idea that you can bring one of the dead people back with you, even though it'll never be them, and you're basically forcing them to be alive, even if they want to just pass on after they've made their mistakes in the game. I think I really like it. However, before we get into this episode, well, actually, no, there's one thing I have to say before we get into this episode, is that afterwards, Ryuu went to the garden to try and comfort Hikari, but she basically kind of, not broke down, but kind of opened up about how she's been struggling, and we always knew she wasn't perfectly okay especially ever since the end of the second trial, but she's admitted to be dissociating, which, to be fair, I probably could have inferred if I thought about it a bit more. And yeah, she just doesn't think she'll ever be back to who she was, and she'll never be the same, and she doesn't think she'll ever be her own person, which is quite sad to think about, but yeah. And that's where we ended off with Dia telling us that someone who doesn't want to help themselves can be helped no matter how hard you try, and Ryuu shouldn't beat himself up over it for not being able to help her, which is true, but I still kind of feeling bad for both of them. With that said, before we get into this episode, I have a theory I wanted to just throw out there, because I've been thinking, because as the closer and closer we get to the end of this game, I feel like I should be thinking more and more about where it's heading, because Chapter 5 is the end. However, unless all the characters die in this chapter somehow, which I don't think is going to happen, but in the crazy chance it does, there's going to be 5 people alive at Chapter 5, and even if there's a murder there'll be 3 people alive at the end of Chapter 5. I don't think there'll be 3 people alive. I don't think there's going to be another murder, normal trial, but I'm just saying that. There'll still be 3 people alive no matter what happens, unless there's no murder, but still there'll be 2, which means the killing game is going to end somehow, some way. So I'm just trying to think about where it's building up to and where it's heading, and how is the game going to end in Chapter 5. And I think last episode and this motive really just cements, not everything, doesn't bring everything together, but it just solidifies a lot of what I've been saying throughout this entire series. So let's begin. In the last episode, like I said earlier, it was revealed that there's holograms of all the dead people which have an AI or something of the sort. It wasn't confirmed to be an AI, but like for the sake of argument, let's call it an AI of the dead people, and it's perfectly their personality and it perfectly recreates them. What I've been thinking was, what if maybe not everyone, but everyone here is not human? And what I mean by that is that we have body modifications to us, and Dia has told us that our bodies have been modified for the sake of this killer game. However, what if we're all AIs and the bodies we're inhabiting are just shells for us to walk around? And maybe they're very close to human, but because they're not human, they have weird healing capabilities. But if our AI are made from our personalities from our real lives, we would think we're human. And what we're seeing, the Daisuke we're seeing, is just the shell that they use to program the real Daisuke. However, he just doesn't have a physical body to do anything. And another thing that I thought about, maybe these shells can't die. And what I mean by that is, obviously we've seen 7 people die so far. However, the body has gone very quickly, and we know that it takes a little bit for the wounds to heal. So maybe just quote-unquote killing someone doesn't actually kill them, just renders them unconscious and they can't move, and the people run this game take the body away or something like that before they have the chance to regain consciousness. Maybe that's what's going through my head. So I think that I think that that's how this killing game is going around in a loop, because if you remember from chapter 3, we had a conversation with Tsubaki where she said that she remembers being in the killing game before and the horrors of the killing game. So I was wondering if she was with the same people, which is further cemented by the fact that she said she knows the people here way better than anyone could ever imagine, which I think could only make sense if the past killing games she mentioned were with the same 14 people every exact time, and they were repeated because of these programs. I'm not sure if they're real people or if they're consciousnesses, but yeah, that's what's going through my head right now. Another thing I thought of is that, what about the traitor? Because the traitor was brought up back in chapter 1. Fuyuka brought it up how there was someone helping Dia do this killing game. Something I think that's very interesting, and obviously Tsubaki has claimed to be this traitor. I'm still on the fence whether or not she's telling the truth, because obviously I said originally I don't think he's telling the truth and she's manipulating Fuyuka for some way. But however, something that I thought heavily about was in that scene where she revealed herself to be a traitor. She said, "I am a traitor, not the traitor, a traitor," which implies there are multiple traitors, and she's aware of the fact there are multiple traitors, which I think is very interesting. But then I was like, who's the other traitor? Because I've been voicing my opinion that I think Kazuyuki is very suspicious and he could be the traitor. However, then I remembered a scene all the way back in chapter 2. It was very quick, and so far it's been entirely irrelevant to the entire game. It was when we were talking to Ikki. Hikari and Ikki were talking, and Ikki had notes on 4 people: Seinosuke, Kazuyuki, Tsubaki, and Toshi. And Hikari said there were doodles of all those 4 people and there were notes next to him. Now, aside from Seinosuke, all the other 3 people alive, and let's be completely honest, Ikki could be doodling Seinosuke for so many reasons. I don't have enough time to get into all of them. But ignoring Seinosuke, Kazuyuki, Tsubaki, Toshi, all alive. Tsubaki claimed to be traitor. I'm suspicious of Kazuyuki being the traitor. What if those 3 are the traitors? And Ikki, as a detective, was trying to figure out who the traitor was, and he never gave up trying to figure them out. And that is why he was taking notes, because he thought those 4 people were suspicious. And maybe he was right, or maybe he was just doodling Seinosuke for, fun reasons, personal reasons. But maybe he thought Tsubaki, Toshi, Kazuyuki, all 3 of them were suspicious for their own reasons. And maybe that's why he got close to Kazuyuki in particular. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe he just wanted to get close to Kazuyuki for their own reasons. And what made me think, I don't know what it would mean to be a traitor. Another thing that I think is suspicious is that Tsubaki said the motives were made to help her, and something interesting was that Tsubaki and Toshi, their curse was so they'd stay together. So if they're both traitors, they could communicate with each other in the third motive and have a valid reason to do so without anyone being like, huh, wait, those 2 don't talk, why are they talking? Maybe it was just to help them. I don't know, it's just so interesting, and I just feel like there's something there. And I don't know if they can remember it or not, but what if those 3 are the people running this game? Or not? I don't know. I don't know the specifics of what's going on, but I think those 3 are who I think are the traitors. And I think they have a goal, and they want to revive people who have died. And here comes a secondary theory, which could also be true. Maybe we're all traitors. And our motive videos all have people we care about who died. We know that Naoki is dead. We know that Kazuyuki's sister is dead. We don't know the contents of Kazuyuki's motive video, but it was very likely it was his sister. His sister is dead. And I would say everyone in our motive video is somehow dead or somehow very hurt. And the point of this game is to revive them, I think. And I said before earlier that I think that Naoki could be inside Dia. Ryuu said that casually to Dia in the first episode of this chapter. That made me like, oh wait, am I wrong? But I'm gonna hold on that theory. And Dia / Naoki could be a way to like be Hikari's brother, and that could be Naoki's shell perhaps. And maybe Dia inhabits a different motive video person each time, and each time the killing game happens, it revives one of them somehow. I'm not entirely sure how it works. But like I said earlier, well, I didn't say this earlier, but like Ryuu said earlier, if people here didn't like themselves and think they were worse than the people around them, they could have made this game so the people who they perceived as better as them could live and they could die. That's just what's going through my head, and that's my main idea of what's going on. I'm not entirely, but the best motive I have is, like I said, to revive the people who have died in the motive videos. I'm not sure how this would have happened, nor I haven't even gone into my idea of the alternate reality thing or alternate dimensions, where every day the mansion goes into a new dimension and that's where the body disappears. I have a few different theories about what's going on. I already talked about the alternate dimension thing. I've talked about that entire series. So literally, go pick on any episode and you probably hear me talking about it. So I won't go into it here. However, that's just what I thought about in the last 3 episodes. So yeah, Tsubaki, Toshi, Kazuyuki. I've hit my eyes on you in terms of traders. I do like Kazuyuki and Tsubaki a lot, though. Toshi not as much. I like him, but it's like not as much as the other two. But yeah. But with that said, I've been yapping a lot this episode, and I don't want the whole thing be taken up and be talking. So let's actually get into it. Here we go. Eventually, I woke up again, and it is the morning of day 17. That is correct. That's where we left off. I gradually opened my eyes, rubbing my cheeks in an attempt to stop the soreness in my face. I didn't sleep very well, evidently. So badly, we didn't even get a dream with you off work. Ugh. As I sat up in bed, something fell out of my Haori. It was the projecting device and the remote. And Ryuu did say he would look who he had the next day, which is right now. So I guess he's gonna look at it now. Oh yeah, also by the way, something I didn't say was that the projections weren't allowed to look at each other. I think this might be a lie from Dia, because the potential flaw in my theory about the AIs being the actual people put in shells is that in that theory we would have been communication with the people, you know, in the game, right? The people we're seeing would also be the AIs, so why wouldn't we be self-destructing when we saw them? I just think that's Dia's way of making sure the AIs don't interact with each other and share information. Because, for example, if Ikki could talk to Seinosuke or something like that, they could figure out more things, and I think the people who run this game in Dia want to minimize that risk as much as possible. Who did I receive? It might not be much of a mystery. Tsubaki didn't receive Mayume, so I must have. Then I'm glad that we used our brain to figure that out. It'd be quite awkward if he didn't get Mayume now after been so confident about it. I have to take this opportunity to talk to her. Honestly, I've been thinking, if I was in this situation, would I turn the protection on? A part of me thinks I wouldn't. In Seinosuke's case, he was ready to die to go back to Ikki. So could you imagine just waking him up from his slumber of peace, I would hope, and tell him that, oh, by the way, just more people died. We're probably all gonna die. The killing game is still ongoing, and you could be able to Ikki again if we wanted to, but you'd probably explode. I feel like I just rather just let them rest and not have to worry about the living anymore, because I feel like they just deserve to rest now. But I guess if I was in Ryu's position where someone like Mayume had died, I would want to say goodbye to her as well. So it's like, it depends who I had, and how they've experienced the killing game so far. If I turn it on. Or hell, if it was someone else that was close to them, I might just bring them in and be like, oh yeah, here, you can talk to them. I'll let you have your alone time, or whatever. I never got to say goodbye, did I? Yeah, you did kind of leave the trial room because you didn't know she would be executed. So yeah, you kind of just left her, and you never knew that. Yeah, it was unfortunate. And I can take all the time I want to say goodbye to her now. I can ask her everything. I can hear her voice again. Ask her for reassurances again. Have her by my side again. My first friend in forever. And that is another reason why this mother is very devious, because even though these people have grown, you're giving them a chance to lean and rely on people who have already died and giving them the chance to talk. While you do get to say goodbye, I feel like it's also negative in the aspect that you might just end up relying on the hologram too much, and by the time they must go, you might like break, and you might just panic and kill them. That's what's very devious about this, because we're relying on people that don't exist, because for all intents and purposes these people are dead, and it's kind of awful that we're trying to just resurrect them just so we can, like, getting advice from people who have died just seems very wrong to me. I just have to. No. Yeah, I'm glad Ryu was seeing this. The way he was talking made me think he was going back to rely on Mayume and just going back to ask her for advice. I'm glad he's seen that. You're better than that. You've changed. You can't go back to how you were, even if it was so much easier to cower and hide. Do you know what'd be crazy? What if you opened up one of the holograms and they encouraged you to kill because they wanted to leave even as a hologram? They were that desperate to get out. They'd be okay with leaving even if they were just a hologram. That would actually be very interesting if one of the holograms tried to convince their owner to murder. I stood up from my bed. Also, I'm not sure if I said this in the last episode, but I think someone is trying to going to purposely get two devices near each other to self-destruct. If that is true that they self-destruct, I do think somebody's going to try and do that to cause a murder. I stood up from my bed, grabbing the device. I set it on the floor and kicked the main button on the remote. So we are turning her on, but we're just not going to rely on her like we did in the past. Okay, fair enough. And before I knew it, familiar purple eyes were meeting on my own. Oh god, what was Mayume's voice? I think Mayume's voice kind of turned into Colette's by when after she died. I kind of wasn't happy with Colette's voice, so I kind of turned into Mayume. So let's try this. Mayume looked around the room after screaming for a few seconds. Ryuu was such an event just a dream? I dreamt I was falling into fire, then a crushing weight. No, wait, Sugiko was there too, was she not? Or wait, mayhaps it was just my imagination. Mayhaps I did not. I knew you had an essential vocabulary, but mayhaps is hilarious. I've never heard someone say that. That's quite an old-fashioned word, I think. Sugiko was in your motive video, but she wasn't actually there, Mayume. Unless you envisioned her in your execution, which would be interesting to think about, because in Seinuke's execution, he imagined Ikki, and in, well, Shugi's execution, Colette died, but Colette imagined Mawin. So if Mayume imagined Sugiko, that'd be very interesting, actually. Because that means they're actually not there, and that's not an artistic choice. Huh. Was everything just a reverie forced upon me? No, it wasn't. I called you a stranger, a liar, didn't I, Mayume? So, it was a truly a real occurrence. I say, I should. You know what, you got to that question a lot quicker than Dice. I'm very impressed. You are. Was this possible though? Is this the afterlife? Did you pass as well, Ryuu? No. You could not have. Not you, Ryuu. Which cruel soul took your life away? No, it must have been my doing. I commenced this tragic game after all. I led both you and Sugiko to your deaths. But Oh, you know what? That's not even something I consider, actually. What if the holograms figure out the meaning of their truths? Because we know that Daisuke was very close to figuring out the true meaning of his truth, and Dia told us, well, he didn't tell us, but he told Seinuke and Ikki that Mayume almost figured it out right before she died. So what if we keep the holograms on, they might be able to figure out the true meaning of the truths, and that might help us figure out our truths. That'd actually be I'm very intrigued. Mayume! Yes? You're dead. But I'm not. This is Dia's most recent motive. Motive? Another one? So soon after? Each surviving person was assigned a dead person's artificial intelligence to communicate with them. How many remain? 7. I see. Please, tell me all that has occurred. Oh, here. Okay, let me go on. Sit down. Oh, wait, you're hologram. Okay, never mind. Stand there. I'll sit down. Let me get started. Nodding, I recount most of the murders to Mayume. I like how he says most of the murders, as if there's only 2. I only covered 1, guys. Don't tell her. I just wanted to leave some mystery there for the funs of it. From Seinuke killing Asuka, out of revenge, to Ikki being punished, to Colette and Chiyuki killing Mawin. Oh my god, we actually have the sprites of them. That's very scary to look at. Also, am I crazy, or is Mayume sprayed a bit higher than usual? For some reason, I imagine her head to be a bit lower on the screen. Am I crazy? It's been a couple months since I've seen her, obviously, but I'm probably just being crazy. It's actually so scary to see our sprite because when we were talking to Daisuke, he was only in a CG. We didn't actually get to see his sprites. Oh, this is funky. So much has happened since I met my end. Oh, you can say that again, Mayume. It's been 12 days in their time. It's been like 2 months in mine. So much has happened. Yeah. It's all my doing, is it not? I began all this tragedy for my own selfish reasons, and I hate you sometimes, Mayume. Oh, damn. Crazy thing to say to the dead. I don't think you even said you loved her yet. To be fair, you might not even love her, which is fair enough considering what she's done, but still, saying I hate you to someone's father dead, for Christ's sake. Just imagine, I hate you, Mayume. Turns her off, never speaks to her ever again. Could you imagine? I understand. I truly do. But other times, I miss you. Other times, understand your reasons. Other times, I want you back. You were my first real friend in such a long time that I can't help but want your kindness, your compassion, your everything back by my side. Even though we hadn't known each other for long, you were my best friend, Mayume. I wish I had not come to such a decision. What an idiotic lapse in judgment. I must apologize, Ryuu, for all that has occurred because of my decisions, my mistakes. You just wanted to save your friend. You do have some blame, yeah, but most of it lies with the situation we were forced into. Correct, most of the blame lies in Dia and, well, not even Dia, whoever's running this game is who the blame, you know. I kind of said it was all of us, so I guess it's kind of like all of us, so I'm correct, but you know what I'm saying. That's why I've decided I want to forgive you. You? In what world? It must be even crazier for her because in her eyes, only 5 minutes ago, Ryuu was the one who was cussing her out, saying how he would never forgive her. So it must be it might be quite a juxtaposition for her. I won't forget. I don't think I ever will. But I want to remember you as the Mayume I cared for, not the Mayume I hated. You can never return. I have to accept what happened. I am proud of you. I knew you would be. Don't pile that dice guy carrying dice because they're gonna have some messy. And I'm sorry to do, Mayume. For what, may I ask? For depending on you too much. It must have been suffocation. I enjoyed our time together, Ryuu. I enjoyed being your companion, being your friend. You may have no comprehension of how proud I am of your growth, Ryuu. You have survived, and I can recognize the confidence in your voice. You hardly stutter anymore. I've tried to be like you. Do not be like me. I am hardly your role model yet. Be yourself. Despite everything, it's still you. It's still you that I enjoyed spending time with. It's still you I had to consider my friend. I'm not going to remember you as the person who killed Daisuke. I'm going to remember you as the person who comforted me on my first day here. As the person who swore she'd be by my side. Remember? Yes. First mission. We both thought back to our first mission here. As we both woke up on the couches. Ooh, flashback. All the way back to the time where Hikari and Daisuke found themselves in the kitchen. Quite energetic considering we just got kidnapped by me, but let it slide. Where are we? Where are my moms? Who are you? It is okay. We are not in harm's way right at this moment. Please, breathe as deeply as you are able to. In 4 seconds. For 4 more. Oh god, I can't speak. What makes me actually? Okay, get the guns. Are you able to do that for me, Mr. Ryusuke? It's, that's my name. Wonderful, Ryusuke. It is a wonderful name. But may I call you Ryu? Why? We are friends. You're a stranger. You might have kidnapped me. I am not a kidnapper, nor a danger to you. At first second, she said, I am not a stranger. And then, okay, no, objectively, you are a stranger, but no, that's not what she said. Whatever situation we are in, we may face it together, yes. To prove we are no longer strangers. My name is Mayume. Mayume Aikawa. And I would like to become your friend, if it is possible. Why? Don't lie to me! Because, despite your fears, I know there is bravery lurking deep within your heart. And if we become companions, friends, then I may be able to behold it for certain. You really think? Yes, I can recognize an inspiration when I see one. And no matter what may occur here, I shall remain by your side. As a heroine, of course. Oh, sorry, the sacrificial heroine is Mawin. Sorry to steal your thunder, Mayume, but that role has kind of been taken. You can be a heroist, I guess, but not heroine, sorry. Heroine. Then my thoughts return to the present. It's a shame I did not live by my promise. Even so, you were the one reason why I wasn't a complete mess this entire time. If I didn't have you around, I would have been scared of everybody. Even if it may have been a kind lie, calling me brave, calling me an inspiration. It's stuck in my heart all this time. So, I want to thank you for that, Mayume. Though I hardly understand, I thank you as well for your kindness in these dark moments. You are truly inspiring, Ryu. Even a ghost such as myself can see the obvious. Colette and Saint Escape would have loved this motive. If they were still here, they'd joke about ghosts 24/7. I mean, well, if you think about it, if you find their hologram and you keep it on the whole time, they will be joking about it the whole time. Then again, they can't really talk to each other, so I guess they can. But they'll make jokes to themselves, I'm sure. Perhaps they would. I never would have expected a motive such as this either. I talked to Nita Saint Escape no Colette for very long. But given the little I did speak with them, they may have been very open to the idea of death. I wonder if the two of them were looking forward to such an event. Damn, you're way better at this reading people than I am. I kind of suck at this. You should have survived over me. I mean, well, not me, because I'm not in the game, but you're way better at this than I am. I doubt it, in Colette's case, at least. Saint Escape didn't get the ending he wanted, though. I see. You didn't mention that. Wow, he said a brief overview. He went into the details. He went to how they died too. Wow, you were telling her how. Well, metaphorically, Saint Escape died from air poison and in his sleep. So I guess when you think about it like that, it's very poetic. In any case, it is early. Yes. I wonder if the others are awake. That's right. I have to check up on everyone. I wonder if any of them spoke to the artificial versions of everyone. I'd be really curious to who everyone got. I already made a prediction last episode, so I have a rough idea probably of who has who, but I'm curious. I imagine they have. Who would not take the chance to say a final goodbye in this tragic scenario? I mean, I'd argue that there's a kind of a tranquility to leaving the people who have died rest. I mean, I understand wanting to say goodbye, but I also understand just wanting to leave them rest. True. I should go, but I'll talk to you another time. Is that alright, Mayume? Beautifully. Oh, take your time. I am clearly not going anywhere. We're going to turn her off, right? We're not just going to leave her on the whole time, right? We're not going to leave her alone in this room just beat on. That'd be kind of cruel. Right. Well, farewell for now. Yes, farewell. I mean, you're taking the idea of being a ghost very well, to be honest. I'd be a way bigger less than you. So soon enough, I turned off the device with the remote and set it upon the desk. I'll talk to you again soon, Mayume. I swear. I headed to Kazuyuki's room first. He gathered everyone yesterday, so he could do the same today, right? Kazuyuki, come out! Or else I'll burst the door down. Okay, now it's just necessary. There was no response, though I put my ear against the door and heard something. I have to go. See you soon, Ikki. But leave. Well, I was correct. I'm pretty sure that's who I guessed Kazuyuki and Ikki. That's what I said. So we know that we know that Kazuyuki has Ikki. We have Mayume. Kari has, Kari has Daisuke. That leaves Toshi with Asuka, most likely. I would be amazed if it was anybody else. And who were the other three people? Fuyuka, Tsubaki, and Chiyuki. And those are kind of the outliers. Let me have who do we have? We have Seinosuke, Colette, and Maoin. Colette is with Chiyuki. Maoin, Fuyuka, and Seinosuke with Tsubaki. That's who I said. Right. So he got Ikki's artificial intelligence. I see. It was either them or Seinosuke in any case. After a minute, Kazuyuki opened the door. Sorry for the delayed response. I've been having difficulties. I mean, we're allowed to see the other holograms, right? The other holograms can't see each other, but we're still allowed to talk to the others. I mean, we were allowed to see Daisuke, so I could have just come in and talked to Ikki as well. I think that'd be nice to see everyone. Talk to everyone one last time. Is Ikki still mad at you? Oh, right. I kind of forgot about the fact that Ikki died, saying that they would never forgive Kazuyuki and hated him. And now Kazuyuki has actually talked to Ikki after that. That's a very good thing to point out, thanks for you. Oh, so you heard. Yeah, sorry for eavesdropping. No apologies necessary. I should have expected this. Perhaps you can help sometime. Yeah, I can try. I mean, why not now? Are we doing anything? Are we going on like I don't have any plan. Do you have anything planned? Like let's do it right now. Why not? Anyhow, what did you need? I wanted to meet up with everyone and discuss the motive and what we should do. You can help, right? Of course. I'll gather everyone. You can wait in the, let's say, living room in the meanwhile. Yes? What does that? Thanks a lot. Yeah, I'll wait there. Thank you, Kazuyuki. I'll see you soon. I won't take long. Unless Kari and Fuyuka want to be a pain in my backside against them, then I might take a couple hours, but hopefully I'll be there in a couple minutes. And with that, the two of us separated, with Kazuyuki heading to the other doors while I walked over to the living room. Soon enough, he managed to gather everyone, except Fuyuka. Oh, Tsubaki, what do you plan? What do you have Fuyuka off doing? Meanwhile, Kazuyuki's on there. I knocked once and she didn't come, and I wasn't prepared to make sure on the fact that I'll be kind with her for a couple hours, so now I'm here. Why isn't Fuyuka here? Good riddance! Oh my god, who killed her? High fives all around! We got her! We got her ass, yeah! Okay, well, I'm not dealing with that mess on the side, so she shall speak with whoever she does. She told me. She'll be here soon. Who would she have gotten? I said, what did I say? I said, Mauen. But I feel like she wouldn't have too much to talk to with Mauen, or maybe she's trying to understand why Mauen sacrificed herself. I feel like if she was to talk to anyone, she would talk to Seinuke to try and get the information he had. So I guess there's a possibility as well. I guess we'll find out soon enough. It's just the Tsubaki, Fuyuka, Tsubaki, Fuyuka, and Chiyuki, and Kolesh, Mauen, and Seinuke, the three are not really unsure of. But then again, I can be pretty confident in the fact that Chiyuki got Kolesh, which just means the Fuyuka, Tsubaki, and Seinuke and Mauen things are the two I'm not sure of. Why did you get my hopes up? I was so excited we were about to investigate her murder. God damn it.
Anyhow, did everyone get a chance to speak with Hunegosh?
Not me, I didn't get Mayume, so whoever fucking I got, they can just stay that for all I care. Like, who cares? That's kind of mean. Are you surprised? I mean, what am I gonna do? If I had Mayume, at least I could have some fun, but who cares? Like, what are they gonna do? Say hi? I mean, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, you're not gonna believe it, you died. Oh. Not really, but I got Mayume. You can talk to her if you want. You let me do that? Why wouldn't he let you do that? Of course he would. Why that be mean if he didn't let you say goodbye to her? Of course. Even if we don't, like each other, you still cared about her a bit, right? Oh, not really. I just wanted to talk to her and get her to apologize for me getting wrapped up into a murder plan like that. She was just a murderer. Why would I care about her otherwise? You know, you get speaking rights provoked very easily. Oh. How did your conversation with Mayume go? Oh, well, it went like... I recounted my conversation with Mayume word for word, not leaving out any detail. Yeah, you could have just said, and good old Grand would have done me for you. I didn't need a Wikipedia article about it.
Ah, your conversation went leagues better than mine did.
Who did you guess?
Ikki. He refused to believe in me after all I've done. I can hardly blame him, but still, it's undoubtedly harsh.
What did you say?
Well...
Oh, we're going to get that conversation as well? Or are we just going to get the 3 periods of recount from Kazuyuki? Kazuyuki began telling us about his encounter with Ikki's artificial version. Ooh, this is weird. I'm not gonna even. This is not nice.
Ikki, I'm sorry for all I've done to you, to Asuka, to Seinuke, to everyone.
I took so much time to believe in you, to help you. Yes, you've led to 4 people's deaths. How could you? And if what you're telling me is true, then your neglect led to his damn suffering. You're a monster. You're the reason he's dead now. You're the reason my friend, no, my lover is dead. I mean, that just confirms what he was doing in his notebook. That's all I'm sharing. Not the time, I know. Why did I waste so much time on you? I shouldn't have cared about your ass in the first place, really. You're hopeless. You know that? How did you survive this long? Why did nobody take your life after what you did? Okay, that is a crazy thing to say to the person who's still alive. If I was still there, to look into your eyes, I would. Wow. Wow, honestly, this is why I wouldn't turn on the projection. I'd be scared this is how someone would talk to me. Could you imagine someone bringing someone to life and this is how they spend their quote-unquote last moments to the person who can just turn you off? Kazuyuki, if I was you, I'd be reaching for that mute button really quick. I would not be able to handle this. No, Ikki, it is all passed. No, all hasn't passed, but you passed. God, it's horrible. You have to stay calm. You have to. Yeah, I was about to say, there's not really any point in that. You're dead, so it's like, what's there to lose?
It wasn't for nothing. You are a good person, Ikki, and you inspired me to.
I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to even look at you. Just turn the device off. Don't talk to me anymore. I'm not even real, am I? I'm just a fake version of Ikki. I've lost all progress, all effort, everything I've worked for. All because of you. All because I worked so hard to keep you happy and safe.
Please listen.
Listening.
Oh, this was a complete waste of time. I'm trying to talk to you, but you're so stubborn. Did this really make you someone considerate?
That you kind of causes death, make him inconsiderate? Yeah. I mean, sure. Did Ikki break the papers that caused him to die? Yes. However, you sent him alone to talk with Asuka. You could have went with him, and it would have been just the same. He just went alone to keep you happy and safe, like he just said. You should have gone with him. I don't know. Your true colors.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Then Ikki refused to talk to him anymore after that.
I don't know how to get through to him. He lost all hope.
Well, what hope is there left for him? He's dead. Actually, he's dead. He's not coming back. At least from what we know, he can't be revived. So what hope is there? Do you want him to believe in the fact that in the next 7 days we'll figure out a cure how to bring people back from the dead? Or is someone going to study necromancy magic? No, that's not how this works. We all know that he's dead, so there's not really any hope for him to do anything. That is what I had attempted to warn you about. Not all of the departed will be had as kindly as Daisuke did. Ooh. Carrie looked down. There were bags under her eyes. Did she not get any sleep? I'll try to talk to them. Yuki can too. Maybe Toshi, if he's up for it. Why would Toshi go to him? Toshi will go to Asuka, but Toshi already has Asuka probably, so.
I'll try.
Good. Maybe in a couple of days, we can think about what to say.
Yes, I need time as well to consider what he said. I know that I have a long way to go, considering how I reacted. In any case, what about you, Toshi and Yuki?
Oh, really? I expect you to get Colette. That's interesting. So, Shugi got Mauen. Asuka definitely got Toshi. Toshi definitely got Asuka. Well, let's just click to confirm.
Asuka!
Obviously. So that means Colette is either with Fuuka or Tsubaki. So Fuuka has Seinuke or Colette. Or Tsubaki has Seinuke. That's quite odd. I feel like it would be that's interesting. Huh. That means I got Colette or Seinuke. Considering how both of them literally annoy me to little or dead, I'm surprised I'm still alive, considering I had to be around them for like 2 minutes. I don't know which I'd be happier with. Actually, I have not spoken to Mauen quite yet. Then how'd you find out? The remotes have 2 letters engraved on them on the bottom. The 2 letters on mine were M and K, presumably from Mauen Kirisato. Huh, I brought my remote with me. Oh, let me check. Oh, Tsuyuki, you are great. I don't have to turn them on to figure out who I have. Thank God, I can satiate my curiosity without killing my annoyance. Yes! Tsubaki took her remote out of her pocket and turned it over. KL must be Colette LaRue. Fuuka must have Seinuke. I'm not surprised about that. I did think Fuuka got Seinuke considering how she was talking to him. She's definitely trying to figure out information. Cool. Must be Colette LaRue, huh? Fuuka must have Seinuke. Nuh-uh. Yeah, why not? Why are you being so dick to her? Just give her it. I just want a last conversation with her. You haven't had enough time to accept her debt yet. Okay, fair enough. So are you going to give it to her at the end of the week? If you were to see her now, you'd be infinitely more traumatized. I'm not going to do that to you.
I mean,
I was right. Asuka wasn't gone forever, wasn't I? Well, let us a chance to.
Don't put ideas in our head, Pipsqueak.
Okay.
I just wish to thank her.
I'm not letting you see her. This is for your own good, Chiyuki. I can't control what you do with your device, but I can control what happens with mine.
I thought you did not care what happened to us all.
Well, shit, don't say it out loud, Chiyuki. Come on, I thought we were cool. I don't care. I don't care anything at all. No, not at all. Don't misunderstand my intentions. I just don't want to see you cry for 20 minutes in front of me. It would just annoy me.
Whatever your reason, thank you. You are kinder than I expected.
Yeah, sure, deceive yourself. I'm not going to all. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't care about anybody here. Well, whatever floats your boats.
I just wish this motive lasted longer. I have so many things to talk to Asuka about. I had a bunch of fairy tales in the library ever since we went away for a while.
You have to prepare for them to be gone again after this, Toshi. Make your final goodbyes. I mean, has Toshi talked to Asuka? Because I feel like Asuka would also encourage Toshi to accept that they're dead. I just got the vibe. I think Asuka would also try to help Toshi in that manner. The real Asuka is dead. So are Mayume and Ikki and Colette and...
Rescue, yeah, I get it. Thanks for that, Ryuu. Screw you.
You haven't talked much, Hikari. Are you okay?
Dude, okay.
You are? I mean, that Eli got a laugh kind of scared me, but really?
Yeah.
That was a tired smile if I've ever seen one. You should all destroy your devices. Oh, hey Fuyuka, nice to see you too. I hope you're having a great day. And so, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna kill someone. Even if I'm not killing someone, I'll just keep it off my room. Thanks for that. Thanks for the advice.
You.
So you're here now. What are you even talking about?
Hikari, think about it. The longer you talk to him, the more you'll risk your well-being. You'll be more and more tempted to...
Be quiet.
Everyone, this applies to you too. The longer you try to say your goodbyes, the longer you delay the inevitable, the more you'll be tempted to commit murder.
Didn't you hear me?
Ryuka, step closer to Hikari. This is a trap. This isn't a kind gift from Dia. She is correct, because we are going to tell us about we're going to say goodbye, but then as the days get closer and the week comes to an end, and it's like Sunday, whatever day it is now, it's going to be like, oh my god, if I don't kill someone, they're actually going to die. Oh my god. And then you're going to panic and probably kill someone. I see where she's coming from.
I said, be quiet.
We all jumped back as the loud noise reverberated all across the room. Oh my god, that was so loud. I'm actually falling down to my legs. Oh my god. Hikari, be quiet. The noise of metal lessened. Yeah. Oh. You know what? I was actually thinking of making a joke earlier where Fuyuka's like, you'll be tempted to murder. And Hikari, I was going to be like,
well, I know, well, don't worry, Fuyuka, I'm only going to murder you either way.
But apparently that's what's going to happen. She pulled out a knife on Fuyuka. Oh. She's gonna lose an eye. She's already covering her hair in one. She can't lose the wrist. That she'll lose all her cool factors. Harry stood there, knife in hand, and somehow there's a blood on the knife, but I guess I shouldn't question that. The knife I gave to her all those days ago. You were about to use it in self-defense. What is this? Oh, what? And Ryuka was there, a slash across her face. The knife almost hit her in the eye. Almost. The blood is touching her eyeball. That is scarily close. Carrie, I don't understand.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I was hoping I could blind you so I wouldn't have to go through the displeasure of being forced for you to see me through your eyes. God, that is so sad. Of course you don't. You never understood me, Ryuka. You never tried. Now, shut up.
You would kill me.
What? No. I would hurt you if you try to hurt me again. You'll heal in no time, won't you? I'm not going to be your victim again, Ryuka. Never again.
Oh. Okay. But before any of us could say anything else, Ryuka backed away from all of us, presumably back to her room.
Carrie, are you?
I'm sorry you had to see that. I'm going through a phase right now. I might stab you if you come close to me sometime, Kazuyuki. I just didn't want to hear her anymore. I'm tired of her voice, so that's why it was okay for me to stab her. Or slash her, really. And to think her voice could be the only thing that comforted me just 2 days ago. Are you going to attack us? No. I'm not going to physically hurt anybody.
The camera pans over to Ryuka.
She's not a person, so don't worry about it. You'll all survive this. Me? I'm not so sure.
Nice move. I didn't know you could freak the girlie out like that. God, I should have taken you to the Ryuka. I mean, the wrong move, damn.
Compliments. I just need you all to know something. I'm sorry in advance for anything that happens from now on. But if I sense you're a threat to me, I wouldn't hesitate to act, okay?
Okay. I am not talking to you for the rest of the killing game because I think I don't trust you to just pull out a knife from me and kill me. So it's nice knowing you, Carrie. I hope you survive, but we're not interacting anymore in the foreseeable future. Okay. Then Carrie walked off, slipping the knife back into her sleeve.
I changed a good time toward during the meeting. In a metaphorical sense, Carrie's knife really cut through the there, so yeah, I guess we end. We can resume any discussion tonight without interruptions.
I agree. Those two are truly a recipe for chaos. In the same room together.
I understand why, but am I the only one scared of her, Carrie, now?
Definitely not. Despite appearances, she is horrifying when she can miss.
That's what I mean, really. I thought she was going to kill Ryuka. She almost blinded Ryuka. Not blinded because she has 2 eyes, but still. I mean, we don't know what the other eye looks like considering her hair comes to us, but she could have lost an eye. Like, that's serious. I kind of like this side of her. I mean, kinda. Does anyone else want to get close to her? I mean, I kind of want to see what she's going to do. I mean, can we just put Ryuka and Carrie in a room to see what happens? I mean, come on. 5-year bet that Hikari acts first and kills her. Hikari sweeps Ryuka to fight her. I mean, I have my money ready. Does anyone want to bet? Tsubaki, please. Who knows? My mate is more interesting around here. I was starting to get kind of bored.
I will never understand you, Tsubaki.
Ooh, the sister killer doesn't understand me. I'll never live. An enigma I am. Just what I like to be. I'll probably head back over to my room now, but we're still doing poems, right?
Yes. Do your best, everyone. Don't let this Discord ruin our routine.
Understood. Would you like to help me make dinner for everyone tonight, Tsubaki?
God, why be... I'm trying to be cool here, Chuki. I'm trying to scare all of you so I don't have to hang out with you and do other stuff. Oh, why me?
I would like to spend more time with you, is all. I quite like your
jokes. Damn it, she's cruelly wiped. Why, damn it. Oh, the aisle's into me now. Guess my charms work out for all. Well, if you put it that way, I guess I must come with you. Why not? I mean, if you insist.
Thank you. I shall see it.
I mean, why don't we make a 5-course meal? We can start right now if you really want to. I won't insist. I will beg. And with that, all of us separated, and I returned to my room to write my poem. What did I write this time? And we're going to figure out what we're going to write in the next episode. Guys, Hikari stabbing Fuka. My mouth is ajar. I am shocked.
Believe she did that.
I mean, I don't think, well, it could kill someone if you got an infection there. I'm not really sure how severe it would be, but it would hurt a lot, and it could probably lead to death. I mean, she could, if she just stabbed Fuka in the wrong place, she would have killed Fuka in front of us, and we would have lost all access to everyone. We never would have gotten to say goodbye to half the cast, and Hikari would die. I mean, I'm not sure if she realized the seriousness of what she just done. And now Hikari is just crazy, and it's like, oh, why would Hikari be so out there now? Why can we not really pull her? Oh, I see. She almost killed Fuka, so if she sees another threat, I mean, for all he knows, she'll see our poem like,
piece of paper, are you trying to kill me? My paper come for you? Yeah!
And just stabs her like, oh, I shouldn't have thrown your poem, Hikari. I'm sorry. Yeah, Hikari, off the cliff. I thought she was off the cliff before, but she's climbed a new one and she's jumped off Mount Everest. I don't even know what to say about her. But with that said, I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode of Jikoronpa, where we'll write a poem. Presumably, I guess I'll keep it to myself. Actually, no, we're said it. We're gonna try and hammer Fuka. I want to do both of our events, especially now that she got cut in the eye. Well, not in the eye, but in the face. I doubt her sprites will be updated, but it'd be really cool if it was. I'd really like that, but it won't be a huge deal if it's not. And with that said, that's it for today. I have nothing else to say. I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode of Jikoronpa, where we write a poem for Fuka.